everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. And I'm guessing that most of the people that watch this video either work a full-time job or a student. So today I'm going to be showing you how I balance working on my indie game development and being a student. Before we get into the video, I'd like to disclose that we have a Discord server. The link is in the pinned comments, and it'd be really cool if you joined. It's full of other like-minded game devs where we share our projects. Anyways, back to the video. Now, tip number 1 is to spend at least 5 to 10 minutes every single day working on your game. Now, this could be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes, anything above the line of 5 minutes, because if you put in 5 to 10 minutes every single day, there are multiple benefits. Number 1, it can help you remember code. Number 2, it can help you stay motivated on your project when you know what's going on, how everything works, and all that stuff. And I mean, it's not really that hard to spend at least 5 or 10 minutes every single day either playing your game. It can honestly just be playing your game. You don't need to be working on some game-changing bug or some game-changing feature. It can just be playing your game for 5 or 10 minutes. Tip number 2 is occasionally put game development on the back burner if there's something else more important. Now, let me explain this. So, if you're having, let's say you're having finals or some big thing happening at your job, you want to put game development on the back burner because you don't want to be working on that when there's something that's more important going on, like a final. If you're going to take a big test or something like that, that can only happen once, but game development can last as long as you really want. Tip number 3 is to be organized. It can help you stay focused and can help cope with stress. So if you're more organized, let's say you're living or you're working in an area that is extremely messy. You've got Coke cans everywhere. You've got everything. It's just a trash heap. And you compare that to living in or working in a nice, clean apartment or clean office, something like that. It can help you stay focused and it can help you stay cope with stress because you won't be like, oh, well, I have to do all this and then I have to clean this up. It can just help you stay focused and you're not distracted by things that are going wrong around you. Tip number 4 is to work on a lot of smaller projects. And when I say work on a lot of smaller projects, I mean working on a bunch of small little different games. Like if you want to start making a 2D Metroidvania, or you want to make a little small 3D platformer game or something like that, it can help you work with that and it can help you learn new stuff in your game engine. For example, if you make a 3D game, or if you're consistently making 2D games, you make a 3D game, it can help expand your knowledge of the game engine and your coding platform. And it can also help you see, oh, this game looks like it has a lot of potential. This game might have a lot of potential. This game definitely doesn't have any potential. Moving on to tip number 5. Tip number 5 is doing the most boring things when you're still inspired by your projects. When I say to do the most boring things, I mean the mainly boring things, like, for example, if you're working on a saving system or you're working on menus or something like that. In my opinion, those things are the most boring things about game development, and I really loathe working on them. But I decided for my game, a 2D platformer Metroidvania that I'm currently working on in the Godot engine. And for this game, I've started by doing all of my saving features and menus before I really got started with a lot of the game. But yeah, I recommend doing all your most boring things like menus and saving features before you start working on the bulk of your game. Tip number 6 is to start making devlogs on your game, or really using any other type of social media platform. The key to making a lot of money on your games, or a lot of downloads, a lot of wish lists, is literally all tied to marketing. And marketing has everything to do with YouTube, Reddit, literally any type of social media. And if you are making devlogs on your game, make sure to join the Discord and put in the self-promotion channel. But yeah, making devlogs or any type of social media can definitely greatly help your marketing potential and help you work on your game more. Tip number 7 is to organize and plan out your game using apps such as Trello or Milanote for at least 5 to 10 minutes each day. You can do anything on these apps. I love Milanote personally. I think it's it's probably my favorite note-taking platform, as it can double as anything else. You can make mood boards with it. You can make to-do lists. You can really do anything with that thing. And this isn't a sponsored segment. I just wanted to say it because I really love Milanote. This can greatly help your organization efforts and can help you make your game easier. Because if you put in a to-do list, you can easily tell, oh, well, I have to work on saving today, tomorrow, work on more of a combat system, The next day, maybe I'll do reloading. The next day, oh, I'll do this. You get it. Tip number 8 ties into tip number 2, because if you're feeling burnt out on your game, you're feeling tired of working on your game, take a break from it, do some other stuff. But what I do not recommend is working on a second game. If you want to take a break from your game, by all means, take a week or something like that off, or do a little bit every day, but take a little bit of a break from that game. But I don't recommend working on a second game, because a lot of the time that can take away from your first game, and that will just be left in the empty games folder. At least finish your first game and put it out to the public, maybe on itch.io or something like that. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, the Discord is in the pinned comments below. It would be really cool if you joined. And yeah, I will see you another time. Have a nice day.